We actually have some breaking news related to Jeffrey Epstein. Former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers is resigning his academic and faculty appointments at Harvard. This, of course, the latest chapter in an extended fall from grace for the renowned economist over his extensive ties to Jeffrey Epstein. In a statement, Summers wrote that the decision to leave was difficult and that he remained grateful to the thousands of students and colleagues I have been privileged to teach and work with since coming to Harvard as a graduate student 50 years ago. I want to bring in MS Now senior legal reporter Lisa Rubin. The Harvard Crimson, Lisa, reported this. They called it an extraordinary unraveling for Summers. What do we know from the Epstein files about this relationship?
Well, it was a relationship, Chris, that was transactional in many respects, but it was also a deeply personal relationship. Some of the emails that were revealed in the Epstein files between 2013 and 2016 showed Larry Summers, for example, asking for advice on how to handle a situation with an unknown woman that he was apparently trying to romance, and getting advice from Jeffrey Epstein as to things as granular as how to respond to her over texts. But it was also a relationship that was lucrative in some ways for Larry Summers and his wife, Lisa New, who is a professor at Harvard as well. She was soliciting donations to a nonprofit that she was running that was airing a television program in concert with a PBS channel in the Boston area. She received a $500,000 donation from that organization. She says that she has, through her nonprofit, made an equivalent and larger donation to an organization that benefits child sex trafficking victims. As for Larry Summers, though, I want to go back to what you said about the extended fall from grace. This is a person who obviously not only was the president of Harvard and a former Treasury Secretary, but nearly 20 years ago lost his position at Harvard because he made a public statement insinuating that women are less smart than men, and that's why we don't see women as well represented in the sciences and engineering. It's not to say that somebody who makes a comment like that is inherently bound to associate with someone who's a child sex trafficker, but obviously Larry Summers having some issues with women, viewing them as equals. Those were sentiments that he revisited in his correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein, as also revealed by the files.
We only have about 30 seconds left, but I do want to ask you a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, this is about a lot of pressure that has been building as a number of these comeuppances, if you will, have been. But do we know how much of the 3 million pages has been gone through and how much more could potentially still come out? Just from these, not from the stuff that hasn't been released yet.
No, I don't think we do. I mean, certainly mainstream media organizations are not representing to the public, we've gone through X number of pages. I think that people have taken a first pass at it, but sometimes you don't know what you don't know. If you're not already knowledgeable about this network of elites around Jeffrey Epstein, how they interacted with one another, and about the cadre of women and girls that he was abusing, it's very hard to see sometimes what actually is going on in the documents. This is a process of sort of communal and collective learning that we are going through, and I think we're going to be going through it, Chris, for some time more.
Lisa Rubin, as always, thank you. And thank you for, I know, the countless hours you've spent on that.